Dunk them in the hot sauce. Are they not the best hot legs you've ever seen? And how is it? Well, super tasty and always moist. Smart. Do you want to know what the secret is to getting super crispy skin on chicken in a barbecue is? Over the time, I've made plenty of recipes using a little trick here and there to show you how to create better crispy skin on chicken. What I'm doing today is combining all of them to make super crispy chicken. What you need to do is start with 2 kilograms of chicken. I'm using drumsticks. I grabbed these from Mick out at Gippsland Premium Meats. All we've got to do is get them out of the bag and put them on the chopping board. To get really crispy skin on chicken, we need to dry it. So, using some paper towel, you'll need to thoroughly dry off each leg, removing all of the moisture. And then placing the legs into a plastic container that has a lockable lid. Now, if you aren't asking your chicken for permission before you rub it down, that should be illegal. Now, if you don't have any paper towel, don't go using the Mrs. Good towels. They get a little bit cranky when you do. And now for the magic. For every 1 kilogram of chicken, you need to add 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, or look for cooking salt in your supermarket. The grains are roughly the same size. 4 teaspoons of aluminium-free baking powder. Now make sure it says aluminium-free or your chicken will taste like crap. And add 4 teaspoons of corn flour. In Australia, we call cornstarch corn flour. So if you do not live here, look for cornstarch, as they are the different things. Hopefully that confused you as much as it confused me. Put the lid on, lock it back into place, and then just shake it up until all the chicken is fully covered. Now we just need to lay the chicken out on a wire rack, and we're going to place these in the fridge overnight. This will help brine the chicken as the salt dissolves and is drawn into the flesh. And it will also help dry out the skin, which we need for crispy skin. Today, I'm using a 57 centimetre Weber kettle, and I'm pairing it up with a kettle cone and Heat Beads coconut briquettes, because I want to be cooking indirectly with a high heat of 240 degrees Celsius today. Don't forget to carefully place the grill back in. Once the fuel is hot and the grill's in place, pop the lid on, making sure all the vents are wide open, and we'll give that 10 minutes to warm up. By allowing the grill to warm up before you use it, it won't be cold. Science, it works in mysterious ways. Cooking time for this recipe is 50 minutes. Or for those of you who love to follow my beer timer, you're looking at a 2-beer cook. Get the drumsticks out of the fridge and look at the change in the skin from being in there overnight. I like to just pull the skin down a little over the drumsticks, because it does tend to shrink up sometimes. Now it is time to oil up. The chicken, that is. Just give them a light spray with some cooking oil. My choice is canola oil. Why canola oil? Because heavy oils like car engine oil make your food taste like shit. Don't forget, flip the chicken over and oil the other side as well. And now that the grill is hot, we can oil that up as well. And that's going to create a non-stick cooking surface. Now just place the drumsticks around the outer part of the cooking grill. And this style of cooking in a kettle is effectively air frying your food. Put the lid back on and allow that chicken to crisp up. Have you ever wondered if there's a farm out there with chickens in little wheelchairs missing all their legs? Did you know the Weber lid vent creates a hot spot? As the cold oxygen is sucked in through the bowl vent up and around our fuel, it is then forced back out through this lid vent. So to ensure you get an even cook, I recommend turning the lid a third of the way every 15 minutes during the cook. We need some hot sauce, and a great easy one to make is this one. Into a pan, over a low heat, you want to add 100 grams of unsalted butter, and we want to let that melt. When that's nearly melted, you can add a teaspoon of garlic powder and the equivalent of the butter in Frank's original red hot sauce, roughly about 1/3 of a cup. Stir that up, and once that butter is fully melted, that's when it can come off the heat. What? I told you it was easy. Did you know the average chicken can't operate heavy machinery? It's true. That's science. I don't make this stuff up. The drummies are cooked. But how do I know? Because I tested them using an instant read thermometer, and each one is reading above 74 degrees Celsius internally. That classes this chicken as no death chicken. We can now just get them off the grill, and look, nice and crispy. Don't stuff about, just get them off really quick. And if you're wondering how I do that, I've got cotton gloves underneath. They don't feel the heat. Now we just need to dunk them in the hot sauce. Now we're just going to pop them back on the grill for a further 5 minutes to allow the hot sauce to tack up a little. And 5 minutes is more than enough time for that sauce to tack up. Oh, look at that. Are they not the best hot legs you've ever seen?